The Eurovision Song Contest 1973 was the 18th edition of the annual Eurovision Song Contest. It was held in Luxembourg. It was won by the Luxembourg entry, Toute Reconnaîtrance, this being Luxembourg's fourth win. The voting was a very close one, with Spain finishing only 4 points behind and Cliff Richard of the United Kingdom another 2 points after. According to the Eurovision Song Contest, the official history by John Kennedy O'Connor, the winning song scored the highest score ever achieved in Eurovision under any voting format, recording 129 points out of a possible 160, scoring just under 81% of the possible maximum, but partly due to a scoring system which guaranteed all countries at least 2 points from each other country. Location. The city of Luxembourg, also known as Luxembourg City, is a commune with city status, and the capital of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. It is located at the confluence of the Alzette and Petressa rivers in southern Luxembourg. The city contains the historic Luxembourg Castle, established by the Franks in the early Middle Ages, around which a settlement developed. The Grand Théâtre de Luxembourg, inaugurated in 1964 as the Théâtre Municipal de la Ville de Luxembourg, became the venue for the 1973 contest. It is the city's a major venue for drama, opera and ballet. Format. The language rule forcing countries to enter songs sung in any of their national languages was dropped, so performers from some countries sang in English. The event was marked by controversy when the Spanish song, Eres tú, was accused of plagiarism due to reasonable similarities in the melody with the Yugoslav entry from the 1966 contest. However, Eres tú was not disqualified. After finishing second in the contest, the song went on to become a huge international hit. The somewhat elliptical lyrics to Portugal's entry, Tu Rada, provided sufficient cover for a song that was clearly understood as a blistering assault on the country's decaying dictatorship. Also, the word breasts was used during Sweden's song entry. However, no action was taken by the EBU. An argument broke out between the singer Maxi and her Irish delegation over how the song should be performed. During rehearsals she repeatedly stopped performing in frustration. When it began to appear possible that Maxi might withdraw from the contest, RTE immediately sent over another singer, Tina Reynolds, to take her place just in case. In the end, Miss Reynolds wasn't needed as Maxi did perform, with her entry earning 10th place on the scoreboard. This contest holds the record for the most watched Eurovision Song Contest in the United Kingdom, and is also the 18th most watched television show in the same country, with an estimated 21.54 million tuning in on the night. Cliff Richard represented the UK with the song Power to All Our Friends. He came third with 123 points. The winner though was Anne-Marie David with Toute Reconnaîtrance. In the UK it was released in English under the title Wonderful Dream, and released on Epic. It made number 13. In the light of events at the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, there were fears of a terrorist threat, particularly directed against Israel's first-ever entrant, leading to unusually tight security for the contest. This gave rise to one of the best-known Eurovision anecdotes, frequently recounted by the UK's long-serving commentator Terry Wogan. He recalled that the floor manager strongly advised the audience to remain seated while applauding the performances, otherwise they risked being shot by security forces. Voting. Each country had 2 jury members, one aged between 16 and 25 and one aged between 26 and 55. The juries watched the show on TV from the Ville du Louvigny TV studios of CLT and appeared on screen to confirm their scores. Participating countries. 17 nations took part in this year's contest. Malta was drawn to perform in 6th place between Norway and Monaco, but the Maltese broadcaster withdrew before the deadline to select an entry. The 1973 contest marks the first time that women conducted the ESC orchestra. Monica Dominique conducted the Swedish entry and Nurit Hirsch conducted the Israeli entry. Conductors. Each performance had a conductor who maestro the orchestra. Returning artists. 3 artists returned to the 1973 contest. Finland's Marion Rung, who last represented the nation in 1962, 1971 entrant Massimo Ranieri from Italy, and Cliff Richard, who last performed Congratulations for the United Kingdom in 1968. Results: 1. Carrot also contains lyrics in English, Spanish and French. 2. Carrot also contains lyrics in Spanish, Italian, Dutch, German, Irish, Hebrew, Serbo-Croatian, Finnish, Swedish and Norwegian. Scoreboard. 10 points below is a summary of all perfect 10 scores that were given during the voting. International broadcasts and voting. The table below shows the order in which votes were cast during the 1973 contest along with the spokesperson who was responsible for announcing the votes for their respective country. Each national broadcaster also sent a commentator to the contest, in order to provide coverage of the contest in their own native language. Details of the commentators and the broadcasting station for which they represented are also included in the table below.